If you woke up tomorrow and were able to move things with your mind, how would you use this ability? 1. Go to a casino. 2. Flip all the roulette, blackjack, craps, tables simultaneously. 3. Profit. I've worked at a casino, you'd get tossed after 2, maybe 1, depending where you're at. Wait, 1? That's like saying you're not supposed to win there. I'd start up a moving company. Specialize in moving safes and pianos. Maximize time to profit ratio. No need to waste your time moving lamps for pennies. Me, I'm aiming bigger. Elon Musk will launch your satellite for $2 million per kilogram. I'll do it for $500,000. If you really want to maximize profits, get into anything that would normally require a helicopter crane. Or better yet, market yourself as being able to lift things a helicopter crane couldn't. Make every shot in basketball, probably easier to make money in golf. Give myself the remote without moving from the couch, just like I would pretend to do it as a kid. Does telekinesis allow you to find the remote too? We never said only the remote. Moves house into hand. Stop driving. Flying carpet for me. Keep driving in the air. No more traffic. Guys, just move yourself up with your mind. Boom, you're flying. I tried to get on America's Got Talent. I'd go on doing a singing routine, and when they start to give me the red X's, that's when I'd start levitating over the effing stage. Or use someone's drink to press the golden buzzer. Oh, I like that one. Then save the levitation for the latter rounds and still be able to surprise them. Do the old dollar on a string on the sidewalk trick, but without the string. You can do that inside your house without getting infected. There would need to be someone there. Trust me, string or no string, that joke is no fun to play on yourself. Buy anything expensive that is sold in weight. Make it lighter when I buy it, and later on make it heavier when I sell it. Sir, I think 1,300 bananas cost more than £1 and 47 cents. Later on, sir, I think 4 bananas should be cheaper than 200 pounds. Place phone camera facing the back of my head. Cast the live stream to my TV. Then use my new ability to control a pair of scissors to cut the hair on the back of my head. Edit to add. Thanks for all the suggestions on using mirrors and warning about learning to cut hair first. I have been cutting my husband's and my kids' hair for years. However, my main concern for cutting my own is not just that I couldn't see the back of my head, but that my arms can't bend that well. Ideally, you want to keep the scissors closer to the skin rather than lifting up the hair too much, which will result in a distorted angle. Although at the moment we are in lockdown and no one can see the back of my head in video conferencing. So like the stitching scene in X-Men where Magneto is sticking a wound on the back of his head with a metal needle. The most unique one so far. Slightly turn a statue like the Statue of Liberty day by day by a certain degree until somebody starts to notice, and the rinse and repeat on other famous statues. This is the best one. That is until the Statue of Liberty just cracks and falls over. Just casually glue it back together using telekinesis. Tap one friend on his shoulder without having to move my hand over there, and make him think you're a ghost. I'd use it to move my legs. Oh. When you're sad, don't feel down about yourself. Break someone's leg and laugh. Day to day, it would be a third arm. I would use it to move around my mouse so that I can work faster by not having to get my hands off the keyboard. I'd use telekinesis for all my computer work while staying snugly beneath my blankie. I would use it convincing one naive person that I was getting stronger and that I must be stopped, thereby giving myself an arch enemy. I've always wanted one. I kinda hope that someone would become so fascinated by me that they'd spend every waking moment trying to replicate my power, and when they do, they'll make it either prime objective to put me in the background because they want to be the only one left with such power. I'd probably do everything remotely from my bed for like a week straight, and a week after I would go so bored I'd decide to get up, but I would struggle to use my body at all. Then you move your body with your mind. Get rich and act like I don't know nobody. But you gotta blow up first. Do you have other goals or... I would probably use my telekinesis to pluck the hair on the back that I cannot comfortably reach with tweezers. After that, I would eat chips without getting my fingers covered in stuff. Oh, and I would probably also use it to close the blinds if there was a glare on the television. Use chopsticks for the chips, not back hair. I would use it to make my movement a little harder so my muscles will get used to it and I get stronger. It is good practice for new power too. In the same vein, you could probably use the telekinesis to make little tears in your muscle fibers so you can build muscle without doing anything at all. Use it to move people 1.5 meters, 6 feet, or 1 alligator away from me, whatever your preferred method of measurement is. Mess with my coworkers. Move objects a few inches to the left or right of where they left them. Things like that. Press buttons on their keyboard. Hold down the shift key when they're typing. Tap caps lock, etc. I would go back to sleep. That's a good answer. You just don't give a thing. I wouldn't. I don't want the foundation after me. It's okay to use it as long as you don't get caught. Hold book, phone, switch, screen above my head with my hands resting comfortably next to me while laying on my back, and fetch things around the house like food so I don't have to get up after getting comfy. And then it still falls on your face when you get distracted. That's just how the universe works. Massage my shoulders and back. Came here to say this. If push that thing to the limit, can I lift heavy things? Can I push over an abandoned building and lift up its pile of rubble? Can I feel things with my mind, or do I perceive them with other senses? Could I use the ability to remote view things? Then I try interesting things. Can I make a shield by preventing atoms from moving through it? Can I create a volume of air for myself and be in space or underwater? Can I move myself? How fast? I'm an engineer. It's time to build a spaceship. How about honing your skills to literally bend space-time and no longer be bound by mortal bonds? Probably just make life easier. Forgot to close the fridge? Shut it with your mind. Forgot to close the door? Fixed. And other useless things. Who forgets to close the fridge? I think I never forgot to do that, no offense. We do. Well, kind of. Our fridge is quite old, and sometimes when you close it, it kind of just hangs ajar. Many times one of us has been drifting off to sleep, and then, is the fridge door closed properly? How much focus do I need to put into this power? Because I'd love to make myself food by doing this while still playing video games. But if I had to completely focus on the task, it may not work. I feel like it should require some fair amount of focus. I don't know, but I'm getting pretty lazy, I'll tell you that. Probably fly. I've always wanted to fly. Establish how small a unit of matter I can move. With practice, moving protons, neutrons, and electrons around to create valuable elements. Platinum. From invaluable ones, carbon. Make complex molecules the world has never seen before. Like solid-state graphene matrix for batteries. Buckyballs that contain drugs that can be time-released and cross the blood-brain barrier. Make kids fall off bikes? Man, I could watch that all day. Wouldn't that be dangerous if you start fusing and fissioning molecular bonds at the electron-neutron level? I'd use it on myself and fly. You could fly and bring all your friends too, depending on how strong the powers are. Picture of the black dude eating a slice of pizza with his mind. Experiment. Gotta figure out limits. Size, weight, duration, speed, fine control, multiple objects. Further planning comes after that. Easiest thing to do would be to go to Vegas and play roulette. Spend the day practicing, playing a little and watching, manipulating a lot. Then start playing for real. Over the course of a week, slowly build up a decent sum, intentionally losing a little here and there. Don't want to gather attention. On the final day, talk up the employee running the table. Say, I've got a system I figured out over the last week. Bet it all on red, then black, then red, then look at watch and intentionally stay away from the table for a few minutes. System says I gotta cool off now, can't tempt fate or some such. Looking crazy is okay here. Repeat a few times. Basically, turn a few hundred in to some tens of thousands over the course of about 10 days. Repeat as necessary. Take a pocket notebook on the last day that has my system written down in code. Actually gibberish. Use it as I'm cooking. It'll be much easier now. You wouldn't have to work on your chopping technique because you wouldn't have to worry about cutting yourself. If you could hold the food perfectly still without touching it and move the knife at the speed of thought, you could really dice an onion. And just think about complex cake decorations, executed flawlessly each time. can be a very low-profile profit if you don't want to mess with casinos. Get a glass of water from bed. Once hydrated, I would watch TV all day. Next time I go grocery shopping, I wouldn't have to touch the cart or food. That is very social distancing of you. I would take coronavirus and push it somewhere else. Push it into the sun and do the same with all other pathogens while you're at it too. Cue to countless people being dragged by their lungs to outer space. 1. Taps on the shoulder to mess with people. 2. Moving one leg of a 4-legged table 1 centimeter higher to piss people off. 3. Blow wind down people's necks and into their ears to mess with them. 4. Shut the mouths of annoying people. 5. Fix that slightly misaligned sidewalk piece on my walk routine. 6. Turn security cameras slightly just to mess with whoever looks over the footage. 7. Make trash attack litterers. 8. Pick up trash at local park germ-free. 9. Take out trash at home the lazy way. 10. Turn on people's ringers on their iPhones in class. 11. Make Trump's hair dance while he's live. 12. Make some plants wave at people to mess with them. 13. Lock my door when I'm too lazy to get up and lock it. 14. Lock teachers I dislike out of the classroom. 15. Switch the letters on movie theater text to say poo-poo and other infantile words. 16. Go to Party City and make masks chase people. 17. Make the masks also move their lips to freak them out further. 18. Evade the police and countless other organizations that are probably on my case on this point. 18. Go too fast and get caught. 19. Let myself out whatever facility I am contained in. 20. Live life as a fugitive, never able to live truly at peace because I couldn't resist the urge to mess with people.